In case you missed it, here's a Sports Animal Rewind.
We go back to Bristol Motor Speedway. Joining us here on the new Sentinel Sports page is the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, Butch Jones. Coach, Vince Ferrara and Ryan Callahan here in Knoxville. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great, and how are you guys doing?
We're great, Coach. We appreciate you coming on with us after the press conference. This is obviously really exciting for you and for the University of Tennessee. And we were talking about it, Coach. This has Butch Jones written all over it. This type of event, your understanding of the program, big picture. How involved were you in sort of pushing this through since it's been talked about for so long?
Well, Dave Hart and our administration did a tremendous job in the vision that they have, not only for our football program, but our entire athletics program. We talk about being one Tennessee, and I think it's a great illustration for everyone, not only in the great state of Tennessee, but throughout the course of the country of what we have going on here. So, I was a part of it, but the negotiations, the logistical, things that go into it, the small details that maybe individuals don't realize, the long hours, hats off to them. They did all the work, and it's a great day, and it's a great day to be involved.
Butch, this is Ryan Callahan. It sounds like Dave Hart has told other media there in Bristol that you guys have been in talks with some other cities for playing some other neutral site games in the future. Just what are the benefits that you see? Obviously, there are benefits in recruiting, but how much can it really help to play some of these neutral site games in other cities, especially in places where you guys recruit?
Well, I think it's extremely beneficial, and it's an opportunity to get your product out there. It's an opportunity to develop your football team. They learn what it takes to go on the road, play in a neutral site, what it takes to play winning football. It gets them ready for a bowl game. So there's so many things, and I think it's healthy for college football. When you play a neutral site game, you play a great opponent, just like we're going to be playing a great opponent here in a few years with Virginia Tech. So I think it's extremely healthy as we continue to grow and elevate our football program.
Visiting with Butch Jones, the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, coaching that Nebraska game that has been moved back. Talk about that with maybe the uncertainty of what the league schedule might be that year as well.
Well, your scheduling is so many years in advance, and it is a great challenge. And so, right now, not really knowing where we're going with the SEC schedule and some different things that we want to do, it made, much sense to push back the Nebraska series. So, as we continue to move forward, I'll put that in the hands of Dave Hart. Right now, all my thoughts and energy is playing a top 10 football team in South Carolina this Saturday in Neyland.
Well, when you guys were discussing this, were there any logistical concerns that you had? Obviously, a football field being in the middle of a racetrack is not very normal, I guess. Were there any questions that you kind of wanted answered before you were ready to sign off on this?
Well, yeah, there's so many things that go into it. You're talking about, 160,000 plus people in a venue. You're talking about housing for your football team, hotels, accommodations, locker room setup, all the amenities and all the different things that go in, playing a football game. And, what we did, our due diligence, our administration was outstanding, Virginia Tech, and then, the Bristol, the Motor Speedway, they did a tremendous job. So every detail was discussed and talked about.
Coach, last thing, and then we'll cut you loose. Just give me a quick word, since we didn't have the normal Monday press conference with you. Quick word on your opponent Saturday, South Carolina.
Well, tremendous challenge. A top 10 opponent, and all you have to do is look at their results. And great football team, very, very complete, big in stature, very physical, great team speed. Great players in all three phases, offense, defense, special teams, very worthy being a top 10 football team, and it's going to take a tremendous effort by our players on Saturday, but I know we're looking forward to the challenge as well.
It's checkerboard end zone there. Bristol looked pretty good, didn't it, Coach?
Pretty special, isn't it?
Absolutely, Coach. Congratulations on this great event, and we appreciate your time this morning.
As always, thanks again, guys, and you have a great week.
Thanks, you do the same, Coach. That is Butch Jones, the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers.